Imagine, you have not done anything physical, you have not moved even one muscle, but you did something in your mind, and your sport results have increased 21%, 23%. You have not done anything. You have been training in your mind, but your strengths of the muscle have increased 35%. Again, you visualize something, and your anxiety dropped the order of magnitude. This is the power of the mind. This is the power of visualization. This is the power of meditation. And I will speak in this video how to harness that power. In this research, about 23% where this figure comes from, there was a research amongst the basketball players. And there were two groups. One group was making free throws, and another one also. But one group was just trying to do their best, and they scored approximately, on average, 4 out of 10. And another group, first they were required to visualize. So they visualize, before throwing, they visualize. They see the ball is going, and it comes to the basket. And then again it goes, and it comes to the basket. And then they throw. So they score 5 out of 10. So you see, maybe it's not so big, but in real life, it can be a difference between victory and defeat. In this video, I'm going to talk how to use visualization and meditation to improve your results. And I will be particularly focusing on public speaking, because this skill we need all the time. In the university, in the exams, at your work, in your family, you need to inspire people, you need to maintain the confidence in people. So you need to master ability to speak. And there are two things. One thing is your knowledge, and another thing is your control of the self. How you can control your emotions, how you manage your state of flow. So if you combine these two things, success is guaranteed. Just yesterday, I was talking to one friend of mine, and I asked, "So how are you?" She said, "Yes, Dada, I have won in the competition, and now I'm getting the stipend from the government, and now I'm getting money every month, so I'm very happy." Because she is playing the organ, and it is a very complicated musical instrument, and she trains a lot. And then last time I saw her, she says, "Dada, my problem is not the skill. I have a great skill. I have a great knowledge. My problem is that before performance, I am like this. And I cannot control myself. I cannot control my fear. I cannot control my emotions." I said, "Don't worry. I will teach you something. You will do it, and you will do great. And you will win your competition." And she said, "Dada, I did exactly how you taught me. And I won. And I enjoyed it also. Because that I felt very calm. I felt very deep also. My music was beautiful. But now I'm going to participate in a greater competition. There are all these wonderful people who have been winning the competition since 19 years old. They are all geniuses. But if I score at least 4th in that competition, I will get a lot of money." But I'm very worried. I said, "Don't worry, now I will teach you something more advanced, and again you will win." So in this video, I want to share with you the techniques which will help your entire life. You will learn now, you will start practicing now, and you will thank me later sometimes. I know you will come to me, you will say, "Dada, thank you very much. I have been using it all my life, and I felt it is an unfair advantage, because everybody is hardworking, but I have something which other people don't have. They don't have that. And I'm just always winning because I have access to that kind of skill which nobody has. And I want to share it with you today." For now, if you like the topic and you think it is useful, you can hit the like button and encourage this video to go to spread more widely. Okay, so another example. My friend, he wanted to become like me. He wanted to be a teacher of meditation, and even he wanted to become a monk. At that point, he was very young. You can see picture here. He's such a kitten. And he was studying at the last year in the university. So he came to me, he said, Dada, I want to come be with you, live with you, learn from you. And I'm not interested in this education. I'm not interested in this university because I made my mind. I will be monk. What should I do? I said, no. You have to complete your university. You must complete your university. This is one principle of yoga philosophy also, and Buddha has propagated. Samyak karmanta. You have to complete what you have started. He said, Dada, only out of deep respect to you, but regretfully I will go and I have to study. But what he did, he went to all his teachers and he said, please let me go, and I promise you, I will not come to the lectures, but I promise you, at the exams, I will make you proud. You will not cry, you will not be embarrassed by me. I promise I will come and I will perform very well. So they all agreed. Then he came, he stayed with me in the forest. We did constructions, we did lectures, we did so many things. And he was very busy. He didn't have time to study. So now the time for exam comes. So he comes to the university and then he gets his questionnaire. He answers all the questions. And now there is the oral part. He needs to speak. Then before that he sits and meditates. And all his classmates, they are looking like a strange guy. He's not attending the lectures. He's went with some kind of monk and he's doing God knows what. And he's doing this strange practice. But he said, I'm sitting and I'm feeling such deep peace and joy in me and love. Almost I feel like I'm crying in a deep, profound state of happiness. Then his time comes. He comes. And then he's so confident. He looks at the teacher with, very confident, very assured, with very, warm kind of eyes, concentrated. He speaks, he maintains the contact with all the audience. He performs great. Then out of the entire, there were many groups, like more than 100 people going through exam. Only 2 people, one was one girl, and she is like a fanatical learner. She is studying every day. This is all she does. So she got the highest mark. And who? He. And then everybody is almost like angry with him. You are not studying. We are doing so much hard work. Why you are winning? Why we are not getting the same kind of marks? And then he needs to complete his diploma and defend his thesis. So he submits his work. Last moment he did something. And then his teacher, she's almost like shocked. Only now you are coming with this. This is not correct, this is not correct, this is not correct. You need to redo all of this. How you will do? After 2 hours, all the printing presses will close. What you will do? And tomorrow you need to... Anyway, he said, don't worry, I will do it somehow. Then he submits, he says, he changed a little bit, he submits, and then he realizes that in this particular point he is making, he is wrong. And he said, if they catch me, I will be very much failing. So he is hoping that they will not catch him. So next day, he needs to defend his work. So there are like 6 teachers there. And then he starts speaking, and then one teacher is going through his thesis. And could you explain a little bit more? Could you elaborate a little bit more about this? And then he's like, I got caught. So it's like a shock. He was hoping that nobody is going to notice this. Now he's in shock. What to do? So now he's doing something which I'm going to teach you in the end of this video. He closes his eyes for 30 seconds and he says that there is some flow coming into me. I almost start like dancing. I feel this joy in me, animating me. And I open my eyes, I smile, I laugh, and I start to speak. And I construct, as I go, just in the moment, I construct my answer. My intuition is working. One word, another word, another word, another word. I'm just like pulling the thread with the necklace, with the pearls. Every word like a pearl. And very logically I'm speaking and I'm explaining. And I look at the faces of my teachers and I see they're so proud. They look at me just with such a great joy. Wow. Really proud about him. And then, anyway, he done. They say, okay, we don't have any more questions to you. You may go. Then he comes out. And then one brother, he's a little bit like Eastern, from Caucasus. And he's just, very emotional. He comes, bro, congratulations, huge respect to you. I was so proud of you. And he was like really excited about his performance. How did you do this? I could not imagine you did it such a beautifully. So there was a beautiful encouragement. And then again, out of all the people, this girl, the fanatical student who studies all the time, and he. And the teachers, they say, especially we want to mark this student. His command of the knowledge is unparalleled. His ability to speak is unmatched. We have not seen anything like that in the last 3 years. And we are so proud of this performance. We are so proud of this student. So he complete the highest mark. He gets the best diploma. And then he's very happy. He comes to me and he tells me this story. And yesterday I called him. I said, look, I want to record this video. Tell me your story. And then he was telling me. And then again we were laughing and remembering our good times together and, how learning. And he said that also all the knowledge that you gave me, I also, implement and intertwine in my answers. And my teachers are so impressed. That's why you should subscribe to this channel, because you also get lots of knowledge, lots of very interesting ideas from here. And if you follow this channel, if you listen to these videos, within half a year you will have a great transformation, actually. You will find that slowly you're starting to practice, and there is this huge transformation, and you are getting the huge advantage, actually. So, now we are coming to the teaching parts. What you can do. You can do two things to improve your performance. One is more like mundane and external. It is called visualization. Another one is more spiritual and internal. It is called meditation. They're all built on the same principle. You need to use your imagination. In both cases, you need to use your mind. So visualization, you need to go through in your mind before you go in that experience. Because we are staying in the known area. We don't want to go to the jungle. Maybe there are wolves, maybe there are tigers, maybe I will die there. So the fear of death. And in human society, the fear of rejections. Somebody will ridicule me, somebody will humiliate me, somebody will laugh at me. I'm very much afraid. I'm afraid to lose respect. I'm afraid to lose reputation. It is all the fear of rejection. Ultimately, the fear of death. And that fear of death keeps you in mediocre state. Doesn't allow you to go into legendary level. So you need to beat that fear. You need to beat that nervousness. So you have to go through that experience beforehand. For example, you need to give tomorrow a lecture for 1,000 people. So go through it in your mind. First you see there is a stage there, 1,000 people there. Everybody is so happy to see you. They are clapping. They look at you with very interested eyes, not like falling asleep, but just every word of yours they are drinking. It is so important for them. You come to the stage and you feel confident, loving, very warm, powerful. At the same time, maybe some people, you can imagine, you can go this positive situation. But you can also imagine that some people are, like provocative and not listening. But you can imagine that you maintain your strength, you maintain your confidence, and you respond to their provocations with the humor, with laughter, with joy. And then finally, in the end of your performance, everybody stands up and clapping, and they don't stop. So you feel that. So you have to fix in your mind that state, the hormonal state. Come out of the fear. Come into the state of flow. When you are in the state of flow, the thoughts just come into you. You don't know where from. It's just your brain is so productive. If you remove that fear, the brain will give you so much treasures. So go through many times. Sometimes people think that I'm in the car and I'm sleeping, but I'm not sleeping. Actually, I am giving a lecture in my mind. And I see all the weak points, and I remove those weak points. And again, I go through the lecture. So if you go, that is already, you have conquered that land. It's not anymore terra incognita. It is not anymore unknown land. There are no wolves anymore. There are no tigers. You are the master of this land now. So anything you do, even like the heavy weight lifters, they come and they, it's a powerful, beautiful thing. So first imagine you have done it and go there with confidence. So this is one, visualization. Another thing is the connection with your intuition. How to connect with your intuition. I was very impressed. Nikola Tesla once has said that I have discovered that there is a core in the universe. In that core, there is everything. All knowledge, all inventions, all technologies. I didn't figure out how to enter into that core, but I know it does exist. So yogis have been talking about that core, which they say consciousness or supreme spirit, for millennia. And meditation is actually the pathway, how to enter into that core. With every meditation, you build that bridge between your conscious mind and between your superconscious mind. You build that bridge. You are slowly rewiring your brain, building that connection with intuition. So how to do that? We need to have some quality which we can locate within ourselves, which belongs to that consciousness. So that quality is joy, happiness. I have one friend. He teaches children, small children. And then he gives them a task which a child cannot resolve by himself, only with the teacher. So the child is supposed to fail, and child fails. And then he asks, so, did you call joy? And the child, no, I didn't call joy. Okay, now try to call joy to help you. And try again to solve this task. And then the child tries to solve and solves. And then there is a huge realization in the mind of the child. Wow, it's like that? I can call it joy and I can solve. It's like that. If you are in a state of happiness, confidence, your brain works much better. So, one technique I give you. Very simply, to have a complete idea, you can watch a video. I will leave the link. So, one thing, you sit, relax, breathe in, and say to yourself, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. I'm aware that I'm breathing out. And I am feeling happy. So find that happiness Don't imagine it, but find it within yourself. Happiness of existence. I am, and that's why I'm happy. So focus on that happiness. Build that ability to constantly feel it in yourself. That will help you a lot. It is an unfair advantage. Another form of meditation I will also leave, and I recorded the entire big course, which I call the Consciousness of an Extraordinary Personality. In that course, I teach the meditation completely, and I make it completely free. It's just day before yesterday, I was recording the last videos for that course, and I was talking to my friend. I said, look, this course is just like, it's all about all the ideas that you need for life. If you master all those ideas, you are great. So another option, more advanced option in meditation, is the mantra meditation. I will also leave the link, because the mantra is a special sound. Even if you are not able to concentrate very well, but with that sound, it alterates your consciousness. It brings your mind into different state, in much higher state. So I always use that. And then finally, what he used, this my friend, at the examination, at the diploma, when he was shocked that they found the weakness in his thesis. So he said, first it is the fear, first it is the panic, I am failing now. And now he is doing micro meditation. But this micro meditation is just like you are making the rounds, the ammunitions in advance. You are putting the gunpowder there inside, and you are, like sometimes in the movies they make this scene, you are going for the battle and you are preparing your munitions. So the munitions you prepare in your day-to-day meditation. Twice a day you do practice. And your goal is to achieve as high state as possible. Go into the highest happiness, go into the highest bliss, go into the highest expansion of the mind. Like imagine, I'm a drop of effulgence in the ocean of effulgence, and be in that state of expanded consciousness, as far expanded as possible. That your consciousness is covering the entire universe. So imagine that and feel that. Remember that. So slowly, slowly you build up that ability to perceive, to be in the state of high consciousness. And then, when you need to perform, you already have that experience. And now, in 30 seconds, with intense concentration, recreate that experience. Recreate that experience of divine love. Recreate that experience of divine happiness and calm and expansion. So in 30 seconds, you can change the game. In 30 seconds, this 30 seconds is the difference between victory and defeat. So also, I have recorded for you one audio meditation, just guided meditation. If you are just starting, it is a good way to start. You can get it in our Telegram channel, and other means I will also leave under this video, so you can start meditating with that. And I will leave the links for the videos which will help you to master these practices of meditation. So, if you want to achieve not just normal, you can achieve normalcy by practicing, learning, studying, but that's not enough to achieve the legendary level. Like Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant, those people, they have been doing meditation. To achieve the legendary level, you need to use the potential, the full potential of your mind, the full potential of your brain. And if you are just doing everything, you are studying, you are doing, you are training, but you are not doing meditation, it means you are utilizing your potential really only 10%. So start from today. Start from today. And you will need lots of encouragement as you go. So for that encouragement, I promise you that encouragement. Just subscribe to this channel, watch my videos, and you will always keep fresh, the fresh inspiration. And you will practice. And then later on, you will tell, Dada, thank you very much. That has been a very special event in my life when I started to do these practices of the mind. And I'm waiting for your comments, and I would like to come to know you. Where are you from? Right? How you find meditation steps? How you like it? Maybe comment on this topic. Especially will be interesting if you have tried, and then you describe your experience. So let's talk more. Let's have some conversation. And the comments is a great way to converse with each other. So I was happy to be with you. Spent this time. Thank you for giving your attention, and namaskar.